After making a name for himself, tagging with brother Stevie Ray in WCW, my guest today rose to fame as a singles competitor after the now legendary Best of Seven series with Chris Benoit in 1998. He went on to find a new home in WWE after becoming a five-time WCW champion and is of course the new undisputed United States champion. He is Booker T. Booker, how's it going?
I'm doing good, man.
Good, good. First of all, congratulations on recently becoming the undisputed United States champion.
Great, man. You know, I'm the champ, man. What can I say, man? I'm the champ. I appreciate it.
You must have been bitterly disappointed that injury forced you out of competing in the Best of Seven series with Chris Benoit, though.
Yeah, most definitely. That was a mental setback more than anything, you know, because I felt like at the time that I got hurt, you know, got injured, actually, it was really a bad time, you know, at the top of my game, you know, as far as Best of Seven series. I was way up, looking like I was getting ready to walk away with the thing, you know, hands down, you know, undisputed, you know, in the ring as well, you know, but that didn't happen, you know, as well as finishing off a great series, the second set of a great series, and, you know, that was more disappointing than anything, but I'm looking forward to getting back out there with Chris Benoit and giving him the title shot that he deserves, and, you know, looking forward to beating him, you know, right in the middle of the ring, you know, 1, 2, 3.
Most New Zealand fans first saw you in action tagging with Stevie Ray in WCW, where the two of you became one of the most decorated teams in history. What made Harlem Heat such a winning formula?
You know, what made Harlem Heat so special was we were, you know, we're brothers, you know. We grew up together, you know. We slept in the same bed for several years, you know. You know, we were like, peanut butter and jelly. We were just a great team. You know, we were, you know, everything he did complimented what I did. Everything I did complimented what he did. You know, we had two totally different styles that, you know, the people, you know, tend to draw to. And then with the mix of Sister Sherry, you know, coming along and, you know, taking us to our first, you know, tag team championship, that was like the beginning of something great. I think it was, Harlem Heat was one of the greatest tag teams of all time. You know, definitely in the top 3.
You were involved in that, the Golden Era of WCW when the NWO tried to take over. That must have been a particularly exciting time to be with the company.
You know, it was exciting. You know, right there, the ratings war was going on with the WWE. You know, NWO was hot. You know, Booker T was doing his own thing. You know, it was a great time, you know, in professional wrestling for myself, you know, and you know, to finish it off like I did, you know, as far as when everything happened, as far as the demise of WCW, you know, to still be one of the guys, you know, who still were there, you know, chugging along, still going out there trying to give the people the greatest form of entertainment. You know, that was more gratifying than anything, I think.
That original Best of Seven series with Chris Benoit really made fans sit up and notice you as a singles competitor. What was it about that series that still has people talking about it?
You know, I think what was more, you know, I think that the pureness of the series was better than anything. You know, two guys just out there, mano a mano, wrestling, you know, I mean, pure wrestling. You know, wasn't a lot of cheating going on. We just went out there and just pretty much beat each other up, you know, and actually Chris Benoit, he brought the best out of me. He put a staple and a stamp on my career as far as being a viable singles competitor. You know, people wondered about Booker T before Chris Benoit. People, you know, wondered if I could go out there and carry the big match before Benoit Best of Seven match. But after that, I think all the questions were answered, you know, in just a few weeks, you know. But I tell you what, he's been the most tenacious and one of the greatest competitors I've ever had, and one of the best friends I've ever had also.
Take us back to Bash at the Beach 2000. The scheduled Jarrett versus Hogan title match was famously thrown out the window, and you were given your first pay-per-view main event, winning your first World Heavyweight Championship. What are your memories of that night?
My memories are very, it was topsy-turvy, you know. It was a confusing night for me. You know, I mean, I didn't know if I was going to be wrestling or not. You know, I knew I had to wrestle Chris Canyon, you know, earlier that night. You know, and it was told to me that I was going to be wrestling for the heavyweight championship, and then you know, a monkey wrench got through into the situation, so I didn't know whether I was going to wrestle for it or not. But my thing was, I really didn't care at that time. I just wanted to go out and perform and entertain. And I got the word about 5 minutes actually before I had to go out that I was going to be going out, and I was going to be the new heavyweight champion. And I had 5 minutes to prepare for it. And Jeff Jarrett and I went out and had a, you know, 5-star match, and it was a great night for Booker T, and a great night for professional wrestling. You know, I answered all the questions that I've always wondered about. You know, could I be on top? Could I carry the championship and people look at me as the champion, respect me as champion? You know, all the questions were answered on that night.
From a personal point of view, how did it feel to know that WCW and the booking committee had that faith in you?
You know, it was all about Vince Russo. You know, he's the one who had the faith in me. A lot of people didn't, you know, believe in me at that point in time. You know, and I can honestly, truly say that Vince Russo, you know, took a gamble. You know, at that point in time. You know, and you know, I was the one out there. You know, going out there pushing the show on a weekly basis, going out there doing it at 100%. And I think he was the one who, you know, saw I was the man who should have been in that position. He's the one who did it, you know. And I always wonder to this day, you know, if he wouldn't have did it for me, would I have ever got? Never know, you know. The question that, you know, may never be answered.
You became the first WCW star to invade the WWE at King of the Ring 2001. Which was the overriding emotion that night, excitement or a touch of fear?
That night, you know, it was just anxiety, you know. I mean, it was just, you know, coming into the WWE, you know, it was a totally different atmosphere. You know, the fans were totally different. You know, I mean, it seemed like I was like going to Japan or something. Like the fans didn't even know me or anything almost, you know, being in the business 10 years, you know, out there on the ground for 10 years. The WWE have their loyal fans, and their loyal fans are just that. They are very loyal. And it took for myself coming over, you know, I mean, of course I want to come over and prove that Booker T is, you know, can compete with any of the top wrestlers in the business. He is a top wrestler. He is, you know, top billing on the card. You know, I want to prove that first and foremost. But it was an exciting night, you know, coming over and, you know, the invasion of, you know, WCW into the backyard of WWE, but it really didn't build up to the hype.
You went on to have some really classical, comical moments with Goldust. What's your funniest memory from your partnership with him?
I would say, you know, Booker T and Goldust, you know, more than anything, Booker T and Goldust at the movies, you know, the Scorpion King, you know, you know, messing around doing that stuff. Maybe perhaps, you know, Stone Cold and Booker T in the grocery store, you know, that's a big highlight. And, you know, but stuff like that, you know, it was a pleasure for me to be able to go out and do it. And the testament, you know, to my stability in professional wrestling, to still be able to go out and make people laugh and still be a serious contender for the world title also, you know. So, you know, it was a great time. You know, it was great. You know, I was having a lot of fun, and it was a great time in my career.
Do you enjoy that side of things, the entertainment side of the business?
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. I enjoy that side totally. Myself, I see myself, you know, after, you know, I retire from wrestling one day. I'm not saying when that day is going to be, but when I retire from wrestling one day, I do want to work in that side of the business. You know, I want to be able to produce other guys and be able to, you know, direct other guys as far as making them better than, you know, they possibly may be, you know, and just see how far my talents can really go, you know.
Yeah. Many fans expected you to capture your first world championship at WrestleMania 19 against Triple H. How did it feel to be competing for a world title at WrestleMania?
You know, it was a dream come true, you know. My dream was always to be right there, top billing, you know, main event, you for the world titles, you know, at WrestleMania, you know, and that was a dream of mine, you know, and maybe I didn't dream hard enough because I didn't dream that I was going to be winning the world title. But I tell you what, it was a dream come true. Nothing compares to that moment as far as being on the top of the stage, you know, in WrestleMania, you know, going out there doing your thing, you know. I mean, nothing compares to that. The adrenaline, you know, the feeling you get from something like that, it's worth any amount of money. It's worth more than any amount of money. You know, it's almost unexplainable. But I'm looking forward to getting back to that position. You know, before it's over with. You know, I plan on headlining WrestleMania. I plan on, you know, walking out with the heavyweight championship around my waist. You know, putting a stamp on the legacy of Booker T as far as being the most decorated champion in wrestling history, the champion who came through this business and won every title there was to wear, except the Cruiserweight Championship and the Women's Championship. But those are my goals, you know, and so I'm looking forward to being in that position again.
You've been an active competitor now for almost 17 years. What advice do you give the younger guys based on that experience? Consistency,
having a plan. You know, I always say if you don't have a plan yet, you're planning to fail. You know, so as far as you know, being in this business, being on the road, doing it on a nightly basis, you have to condition yourself every night. Prepare yourself every night to go out there that next day or whatever TV it may be and give the greatest performance you can possibly give on that night, and it's like that pretty much every night. So just have a plan, you know, and follow through with it.
You're scheduled to defend the US Championship against Chris Benoit here in March. With thousands of rabid fans likely to get behind Benoit, how do you plan on keeping the crowd out of the equation?
You know, I'll be totally healed. I'll be totally at the top of my game by then, you know, so I'm not too worried about the crowd or anything like that. I perform at my best when the crowd is at their loudest. You know, I'm going to have the one person I need out there that's going to pretty much overshadow anything the crowd does, and that's the lovely Charmel. So we're going to go in there, the champion, we're going to go in there, undisputed U.S. champion. And rest assured, by God, we're going to walk out of there the United States champion. And trust me, the best is yet to come as far as Booker T walking out soon to be the world heavyweight champion. So just stay tuned, because Booker T is going to take you for a ride you're never going to forget.
That's great to hear. Thanks very much for your time, Booker. We really appreciate it. Good luck for the Royal Rumble match this weekend, and we look forward to seeing you and Charmel in March.
Thank you very much.
Okay.